Imagine a man standing under bright studio lights, flashing a pearly smile, charming a live audience, and winning a date on national TV while secretly hiding a monstrous truth. He wasn't just a contestant, he was a killer. This is the haunting true story of Rodney Alcala, also known as the dating game killer, a game show star with a dark, deadly secret. The illusion of charm. It was 1978 when a tall, charismatic man named Rodney Alcala appeared on The Dating Game, a popular TV show where a woman would choose a date based solely on charm and wit. Rodney smiled, flirted, and effortlessly won the woman over, beating 2 other bachelors in front of millions of viewers. But what the audience didn't know, and what the show's producers failed to uncover, was that Rodney Alcala was already a convicted sex offender and a suspected murderer. Behind that smooth-talking, camera-ready face was a predator, the hidden past. Years before he stood on that stage, Alcala had already shown signs of his twisted nature. In 1968, he was arrested for luring an 8-year-old girl into his Hollywood apartment and assaulting her. He fled, changed his name, and enrolled in art school, where one of his professors was Roman Polanski. By the time he was captured and convicted, his sentence was shockingly light. He was released after just a few years, and each time he got out, he grew more dangerous, more manipulative, more deadly. The photographer lure. Rodney Alcala posed as a professional photographer, inviting young women and even children to model for him. He carried a camera wherever he went, often approaching his victims in public places, promising them fame, fortune, or at least a beautiful photo. What they didn't know was that those photos often became the last images ever taken of them alive. Authorities later found over 1,000 photos in his storage unit, many of women who have never been identified. The game show twist. So how did a serial predator end up on national television? That's the question that still baffles many. When Alcala appeared on The Dating Game, he was in the middle of a gruesome murder spree. He had already killed, and he would go on to kill again. The woman who chose him on the show later said she felt something was off. Something in his eyes scared her, and she decided not to go on the date. That instinct may have saved her life. The victims and the hunt. Rodney Alcala's victims were young and old, women and girls, each one brutally attacked in ways too disturbing to detail. He was sadistic, enjoying the fear, the pain, the control. Police linked him to at least 8 murders, but investigators believe the real number may be over 100. He was finally arrested in 1979, and his trial was one of the most complex and chilling in American history. During the proceedings, he represented himself, often playing disturbing clips and questioning witnesses with a cold detachment that sent shivers down everyone's spine. Justice served too late. In 2010, over 30 years after his game show appearance, Rodney Alcala was finally convicted and sentenced to death. But justice was slow. He continued to appeal, continued to manipulate the system. In the meantime, new DNA evidence linked him to more murders, including victims in New York, California, and possibly even beyond. Each discovery brought pain to new families, families who had waited decades for answers. The forgotten faces. Today, law enforcement still releases some of Alcala's photographs to the public, hoping someone might recognize the faces, hoping someone might come forward with names, with stories, with closure. Each picture is a haunting reminder of how many lives he touched, how many dreams he destroyed, and how a smiling man on a dating show turned out to be one of the most prolific killers in modern history. The Dating Game Killer is more than just a nickname. It's a chilling contradiction, a twisted tale of masks and deception. Rodney Alcala teaches us that evil doesn't always look like a monster. Sometimes it wears a smile. Sometimes it wins a game show. Sometimes it hides in plain sight. So the next time you see a charming stranger with a camera and a smile, remember, the devil doesn't always come with horns. Sometimes he comes with a pickup line. If you found this story chilling eye-opening or hard to forget, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more dark and true tales from the shadows. And remember, always trust your gut. Sometimes it's the only thing standing between you and danger.